Imagine killing an animal without a spear, without a trap, without even catching it. You simply keep running until it collapses from heat. Thousands of years ago, this was one of humanity's most effective hunting strategies. But the real secret wasn't strength. It was something we lost. Our fur. Imagine killing the strangest primate. Every great ape on Earth is covered in fur. Chimpanzees have it. Gorillas have it. Orangutans have it. For millions of years, fur helped primates survive by keeping them warm and protecting them from the environment. Humans are the only exception. Compared to our closest relatives, we're almost completely hairless. And strangely enough, that may be one of the greatest advantages our species ever evolved. The chase. The animal runs. It overheats. It stops to recover. Then it runs again. But the humans never stop moving. Step after step. Hour after hour. Back to Africa. To understand why humans lost their fur, we need to go back about 1.6 million years. Back to the African savanna. A place where survival depended on enduring extreme heat. The sun beat down relentlessly. Shade was scarce. And most animals avoided moving during the hottest hours of the day. The human cooling system. But our ancestors evolved something extraordinary. The human body contains roughly 5 million sweat glands. When sweat evaporates from the skin, it removes heat from the body. This turns humans into one of nature's most effective endurance machines. As long as we could keep sweating, we could keep moving. Why fur had to go? There was only one problem: fur. A thick coat trapped sweat against the skin and reduced the body's ability to cool itself. The same feature that once protected our ancestors had become a disadvantage. Over time, less fur meant better cooling. And better cooling meant better survival. Persistence hunting. This strategy is known as persistence hunting. Humans couldn't outrun an antelope. They couldn't match the speed of most animals on the savanna. But they didn't need to. They only needed to outlast them. And that changed everything. Losing fur gave humans a remarkable advantage. It allowed our bodies to cool more efficiently and helped us stay active when other animals were forced to rest. But every evolutionary advantage comes with a trade-off. Without a thick coat of hair, our ancestors lost body heat much faster after sunset. And despite the extreme heat during the day, African nights could become surprisingly cold. A hairless human standing alone in the open savanna faced a serious challenge. Staying warm was now a matter of survival. To overcome this problem, humans had to adapt once again. They learned to control fire and use it as a source of warmth and protection. They wrapped themselves in animal hides to replace the insulation they had lost. And perhaps most importantly, they stayed close to one another. Groups could share warmth, protect each other, and survive conditions that would have been far more dangerous alone. In a strange way, losing fur may have done more than change the human body. It may have strengthened the social bonds that helped our species survive and thrive. Losing fur solved one problem, but it created another. For the first time, human skin was exposed directly to the intense African sun. Near the equator, ultraviolet radiation is incredibly powerful. Too much exposure can damage the body in several ways, including the breakdown of folate, a nutrient essential for healthy fetal development. For early humans, this wasn't a minor inconvenience. It was a serious threat to survival. Evolution responded with another remarkable adaptation: melanin, the pigment responsible for darker skin tones. Melanin acts like a natural shield, absorbing harmful ultraviolet radiation before it can cause significant damage. As a result, the earliest hairless humans were almost certainly dark-skinned. This wasn't about culture or geography. It was about protection. Much later, as humans migrated into regions with weaker sunlight, skin tones gradually changed. In areas with less UV radiation, lighter skin helped the body produce more vitamin D. Over thousands of generations, human skin adapted to different environments around the world. But it all began under the powerful African sun. Hairlessness didn't just transform the human body. It may have transformed the human mind as well. Fur hides a surprising amount of information. Bare skin reveals it. When humans feel embarrassed, blood rushes to the skin. When they are frightened, their skin may become pale. When they are anxious or excited, goosebumps appear. These are physical signals that other people can see. For the first time, emotions became visible across much of the body. The human body itself became a form of communication. Researchers believe this may have helped strengthen social awareness and cooperation. People who could better understand the feelings and intentions of others had an advantage within increasingly complex groups. Over time, this ability may have contributed to the development of the extraordinary social intelligence that sets humans apart from every other species on Earth. Human hairlessness was never a mistake. It was one of the most important trade-offs in evolutionary history. By giving up fur, our ancestors gained a powerful cooling system. That cooling system allowed them to travel farther, hunt longer, and remain active in conditions that stopped other animals. The changes didn't end there. Hairlessness influenced skin color. It encouraged innovation through fire and clothing. It strengthened cooperation within groups. And it may even have shaped the way humans communicate and understand one another. We didn't become the dominant species because we were the strongest, the fastest, or the most heavily equipped. We became successful because we adapted. And one of the most important adaptations ever made began when our ancestors gave up the fur that every other primate kept. A decision that helped shape the future of humanity itself.